Disciplinary procedure, section 21, 21A, 21B, 21C, 22A and 22G of the Chartered Accountants Act read with the Chartered Accountants Procedure of Investigations of Professional and Other Misconduct of Cases. Rules 2007 have laid down the following procedure in regard to the investigation of misconduct of members, which has been summarized as under. Okay, this is a big picture, you really have to see it, even though I'll do my best. Okay, flowchart of discipline procedure mechanism. Receipt of complaints along with prescribed fee or information against the member of C Institute of alleged misconduct. Disciplinary directorate, prima facie opinion. If it's not guilty, submit all information and complaints to Board of Discipline, and if it's accepted, close the matter. If it's not accepted, advise the Director of Discipline to further investigate, and he may proceed with the matter if it's allied to the first schedule. Refer the matter to the disciplinary committee if it's allied to the second schedule or both. And if the prima facie opinion of the disciplinary directorate is guilty, then if it's falling in the first schedule, then it would mean you have to place the matter before Board of Discipline. If the Board of Discipline accepts that yes, it's guilty, then he has to conduct the inquiry. Found guilty, if they found the person as guilty, it can reprimand the member, remove the name of the member up to a period of 3 months, impose fine up to 1 lakh, do all these things. But if the matter is placed before the Board of Discipline, and if the Board of Discipline is rejecting the matter, then you just have to close the matter and you have to say, they are not guilty. So if the person who is falling guilty is falling in the second schedule or both first and second schedule, place the matter before the disciplinary committee, and if the disciplinary committee accepts yes, it is guilty, then they will conduct the inquiry, and if they found it as guilty, then they can reprimand or remove the name for a period of 3 months or for any duration if it thinks fit, impose fine up to 5 lakh rupees. If they find it is not guilty, then they can close the matter. But initially itself, if the disciplinary committee feels that no, we cannot even accept the matter, it's on the face, we are rejecting the matter, then they will close the matter then and there itself. Okay. So any member or director discipline aggrieved by order of board or disciplinary committee can prefer an appeal within 90 days to the appellate authority. An appellate authority can confirm, modify or set aside the order, impose, set aside, reduce or enhance the penalty, remit the case to the Board of Discipline or disciplinary committee for reconsideration, or pass such orders as the authority thinks fit. Okay. Next one, types of misconduct, professional or other misconduct. For the purposes of this act, the expression professional or other misconduct shall be deemed to include any act or omission on the part of any member of the institute, either in his individual capacity or as partner or owner of a firm, as mentioned in any of the schedules, but nothing in this section shall be construed to limit or abridge in any way the power conferred or duty cast on the director discipline under subsection 1 of section 21 to inquire into the conduct of such member or firm under any other circumstances. I repeat, for the purposes of this act, the expression professional or other misconduct shall be deemed to include any act or omission on the part of any member of the institute, either in his individual capacity or as partner or owner of a firm, as mentioned in any of the schedules, but nothing in this section shall be construed to limit or abridge in any way the power conferred or duty cast on the director discipline under subsection 1 of section 21 to inquire into the conduct of such member or firm under any other circumstances also. A member is liable to disciplinary action under section 21 of the Chartered Accountants Act if he is found guilty of any professional or other misconduct. Firstly, we will see what is a professional misconduct. Professional misconduct has been defined in part 1, part 2 and part 3 of first schedule and part 1 and 2 of the second schedule. A member who is engaged in the profession of accountancy, whether in practice or in service, should conduct and restrict his actions in accordance with the provisions contained in the respective parts of the schedules. if the member is found guilty of any of the acts or omissions stated in any of the respective parts of the schedule, he shall be deemed to be guilty of professional misconduct. Other misconduct. Other misconduct has been defined in part 4 of the first schedule and part 3 of the second schedule. These provisions empower the council to inquire into any misconduct of a member even if it doesn't arise out of his professional work. See, this is considered necessary because a chartered accountant is expected to maintain the highest standards of integrity even in his personal affairs, and any deviation from these standards even in his non-professional work would expose him to disciplinary action. Example, a member who is found to have forged the will of a relative would be liable to disciplinary action even though the forgery may not have been done in the course of his professional duty. Other misconduct would also relate to conviction by a competent court for an offence involving moral turpitude, punishable with transportation or imprisonment to an offence not of a technical nature committed by the member in his professional capacity at all. So the next part is schedules to the act. I will discuss this in the next episode. Definitely subscribe the channel and support the Read Out Aloud series. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Bye.